Hello and welcome to The Lobby, GameSpot's weekly hangout every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific right here on GameSpot.com. First of all, I just want to say, notorious Conor McGregor, just wearing my dethroned shirt here. Did you guys enjoy the fight on the weekend?
I enjoyed that image you sent me that made me very happy I didn't watch the fight.
Robbie Lawler's face, like, opened up.
Did he talk the whole time?
He did. They interviewed him with his mouth open.
That's
UFC,
disgusting.
man. You think video games are violent?
So what caused that,
You
by
should
the way?
watch that. He got a kick or a punch or something. Elbow, probably, right?
Boom. That was Skulls of the Shogun shirt.
Well, it works for both.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
Cool.
Probably half the audience thought that as well.
Hot
Yeah.
Windows Phone game.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
But we're not here to talk about Skulls of the Shogun. We're here to talk about The
not?
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Ty Root, Andy Bauman.
Yes.
We've all been playing a bunch of The Witcher 3. What level are you?
25.
What level are you?
70. Just kidding. 20.
But this sounds like what?
Jesus
I
Christ.
downloaded a save game that has a level 70.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
That must
and
be
it's
fun.
hilarious. It also has 15 billion crowns.
Just decapitating people with one swing
You
every
just found
time.
a really nice loot chest, right?
Yeah.
All that
It,
money in it.
it was a Witcher 3 mod.
But the point is, we've all played the hell out of that game, and I feel
Yes.
like the summertime is even is perfectly set up for this because then we can keep playing it, but like the sort of lack of games that's going on.
And
I
dude-
played a bunch of games
Oh,
this
it's
weekend.
amazing.
I haven't even finished the freaking story.
No, me
and
neither.
I feel like I've gotten way more out of it than any
We
other
were
game
talking to
this
Chris
year.
earlier. He's level 22 and he hasn't gone to the skeleton.
Yeah, I spent an hour yesterday trying to beat a fellow Witcher on a horseback race. Oh, really? Because
Gotta get that saddle.
well, because fucking Roach, for some reason, when he gets to a bridge, freaks out and can't cross it. Like, he just stops. I know it's just being fixed soon, but still.
Yes, so they have been fixing, they've been patching the game, they've been adding a bunch of DLC and stuff. We'll get to that in a second. But the big patch that's come out is basically the one that's allowed you to change up your inventory, and it's got a bunch
That
of
comes
fixes
out
as well.
later.
week.
I actually know when it comes out, but I can't tell you.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
Soon?
Very soon.
Okay. Yeah. So that's got like a bunch of
Yeah.
fixes, which is kind of like traditional for CD Projekt games to release. Okay, everything works now. Patch. But they've also been adding a bunch of free DLC. Andy, talk to me about this. You did a bunch of videos on GameSpot, basically like talking about each piece of DLC that they're releasing. Like
Right.
over a dozen pieces of DLC.
16, right?
Yes. I
In
think
total. So a lot of them were just armor and
Costumes.
new looks for
Yeah.
the ancillary characters like
Yes.
Yennefer and Triss.
And this week's is
This
Ciri.
was Ciri, a
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
look for
So-
Ciri, and then one of them was Gwent pack, which
Yeah.
so you guys are into Gwent. I'm not into Gwent.
Gwent!
It's another layer on top of this
I'm
game that I just
totally
don't
addicted to
have
it.
the energy to like dive into.
I just boot up The Witcher now to get to Gwent.
Yeah,
I want it to be a separate
they're
executable
probably
on
gonna
Steam.
do that someday.
It's pretty good.
Maybe. I don't
What
know.
other stuff they got? New weapons as
new-
well?
No.
Yeah, they have
Oh, crossbow.
Yeah.
They did
And
crossbow
quests.
elite.
and quests.
And no, but yeah, so
Yeah.
I was saving that for last because that's what I was waiting. I was like, yeah, let's do some new quests because these are the best things about this game are the side quests, right? So there's like what 4 or 5, maybe 4 quests, and I've played them all. They're all really good. They're all short but sweet, and I think it just goes to show that CD Projekt is super like good at using their tools to make
There's one now
the
with the
content,
pig.
right?
Oh, yeah.
because they
Pig
can
quest.
just like do the dialogue, do the animation, do the
piggies.
do the cinematic shots of the when you're talking, even like program pigs to be in it and like talk to you. Spoiler, kind of. And then it's like they get the
Ooh, there's a book.
they draw a lot of references to the books in the DLC quest because like, hey, why not? Like this is their time for their super fans to actually like dig in harder and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're the ones that are probably going to seek out these quests, like me. So it's like, they're just awesome to play through. But like they're
Pretty quick.
they're quick, the
Yeah.
easiest, and just armor and quests.
Well,
it's like
some are quick.
So saying like 16 DLC like things is like it's a little bit of a PR like in their column.
Yes, for
like,
sure.
They get a win.
Because presumably down the road they'll want us to
Yeah.
purchase
Yeah.
some items.
Which will happen, but
I mean,
it
there's
is
some
super
good
cool. Like compared
Yeah.
to other games that would charge you for all this little like nickel and dime you.
Or other games that would pull back so much content that
Yeah.
like my problem with Destiny being that there's not that much in the game, so that's why everyone's buying all the DLC. Whereas
Right.
like they're giving you free DLC in this game, but you don't even need it. I'm
Man,
still
this game
playing
is already
no-
chock-a-block.
200
There's no
hours.
cheap tactics here, you know. Like it's not like we were discussing Dragon Age Origins, where like
Yeah.
you got like a free piece of DLC with the game, and then you go to like your camp, and there's some guy going, "Hey, by the way, you should buy this piece
He's
of
like,
DLC."
you want to hear about a story? Up on
Yeah,
the hill?
and
Pay
it's
me
like-
$5.
So not only are you
Go
breaking
there.
the immersion, but you're trying to fuck me over as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So this is not like that at all. I think this is more meaty stuff. Even the side quests, I think, are meaty. I mean, they released the wolf gear. Like those scavenger hunts are probably my favorite part of that game. I mean, I spent so many hours trying to hunt for like feline armor, ursine armor, and now I'm doing the wolf armor.
Yeah.
And like I spent so much time last night just trying to get that stuff, and it does last a long time because you know you have to be certain levels, and then you can go all the way up to like level 34 stuff, and like it's like mastercraft gear. So I mean, I think there's some meaty content there. There's also some stuff I don't want to talk about because it's heavy in spoilers. But there's some amazing side quests. They're like. The Skellige's Most Wanted, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, that's a really cool one.
Awesome one. I mean, it's such a great side quest. It has relevance to the entire game. Once you get to that level, I encourage a lot of people to go play it.
Excellent. So that's all the stuff that they've been sort of like handing out piecemeal over the past couple of weeks.
Yes.
And they've also patched the game, which is great for people, especially with in terms of the controller fixes. I feel like a lot of people have been asking for.
And the inventory especially.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
I
The
think
book
people
stuff.
are gonna love.
But on top
It's
of
like
that,
they
later
care.
on this year, we have actual paid DLC coming out, and that also sounds like it's pretty expansive.
Meaty.
Right. So according to GOG, on October 31st, they're going to release a thing called Hearts of Stone, which must be a little reference there. But a 10-hour adventure that takes place in No Man's Land, right?
Okay.
So they're just building more quests in an existing land.
Have they said whether that's going to be post-campaign?
Yeah,
Because you
good
can play the
question.
game after the story's finished.
It probably is irrelevant to like.
Just fits right in.
Yeah,
maybe.
just like get a contract and it goes crazy. Probably. I don't know.
And that's the smaller of 2 expansion packs that they're talking about.
Correct. Big one for $20, I think.
Well, I don't know what they are individually. I think you can buy a pass for 20. Well, I know you can buy a pass for $25.
They're $19.99 and $9.99, but you get both for $25.
Okay,
25,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
actually is pretty reasonable. I
For
don't know.
30 hours of content, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. So the
I don't
second
want to be
one.
ragging on Destiny too much.
Yeah.
But those ones cost more than $25.
That's true.
No, yeah.
No, they
No, they
don't.
don't. Some of them do.
Destiny Defenders back there.
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah,
The
sorry.
second one, which comes out in Q1, slated. They don't know for sure. Is going to be called Blood and Wine. 20-hour thing with a brand new area.
That's pretty
A
cool.
whole new area called Toussaint or something.
Great. Do you remember that from the books?
If I did, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's like too much. There's
Yeah.
too much like Witcher stuff, man.
Too much weird words. I
Yeah.
keep hearing Irish words thrown in there
Just
out of context that are like, why did he say Tershocked? That's weird. That's not how you say crack on cratcha.
That's why I
What's
like
going on?
Skellige so much, man. It just reminds me. I feel like I'm just talking to your people the entire time.
Yeah, it's great. Skellig Islands, man. They're just owned by a bunch of people from Belfast, apparently. Yeah, so all that stuff's coming out late next year, so we're
Yeah.
going to be playing even more Witcher. What does this like make you feel about when you're... Because there's been so many games that come out, you know, it's not just the game that I keep mentioning, but like games like Evolve, for instance,
Yeah.
where like right up front they were talking about, here's our strategy, this is what you get in the
like
box.
Batman, you sell skins. It's like
Yeah.
you buy a season pass, you get
Well,
a few skins. Like
I mean, it's
Assassin's
it's
Creed, all
It's
that
no
stuff.
secret, like a lot of gamers feel burned. I mean, the fact is, like, you have a lot of games in the past. We just mentioned Dragon Age Origins. You had like things like Mass Effect, where you know, Mass Effect 3. There's like this, like From Ashes DLC that you can buy for $10.
Yeah.
But like it involves a very important character that's a big integral part of
Right,
the story.
yeah.
You're like, why is this not free? And then you have things like companies like Capcom who like include the DLC in the disc.
Yeah.
But lock it behind the paywall, essentially, you know? So it's, I think, I mean, obviously, I think people are learning from their mistakes. Now, what I like about CD Projekt Red is, like, they're clearly passionate about their audience and what their fans want. And I think it's great to see that content, that push for content, whether it's free DLC, like the 16 pieces that we're getting now, and then the expansion packs that are actually, you can call them meaty expansion packs.
Yeah.
It's not like 2 to 3 hours of experience. It's more like, you know, you get 30, you know, and it's good bang for your buck. And you know, despite the fact I still believe games are cheaper now than they ever have been.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when you count for inflation, I still think that you're getting a lot of value here. And they clearly care. They're gamers too, so they get it.
So going forward, do you think that like sets a different precedent now? Because we kind of, for a while, it looked like we'd gotten used to getting nickel and dime post-release. Do you think a game like The Witcher, because it's like had this sort of widespread success, it's sold really well, it's been on like consoles and PC and been critically lauded and also like loved by gamers. Do you think because this is the game that's done this, that like it's almost like set back that sort of push into nickel and diming gamers that we've seen happen for the past, you know, couple of years?
I don't know, because CD Projekt, they've been super smart and kind of like sat back and watched what's happened to the industry before they like had a plan for this game. And they're operating at like such a big scale now compared to what they were before. So they can like have a group of designers make armor and kind of like have that cost built in to the 4 million units or the 1.5 million pre-orders.
Yeah.
Like they have all this planned out, right? And plus, they're probably operating at like a little less of a cost than say like your EA or something because they're in Poland. And maybe it goes further. The dollar goes further there. So yeah, it's hard to say because they're private too. So it's like they can do whatever they want. They can just look as good as they want to look, and gamers will appreciate that. And everybody benefits.
They're not beholden to some shareholders who are requiring them to push forward. Yeah.
To be honest, like that shouldn't. Like the CD Projekt way would actually benefit probably every company.
Right.
So like it would be better for shareholders if other companies did this.
You win the trust of your fans.
Yeah, I just don't think they have that much. They're not looking far enough ahead. They're looking at like the quarter. So they're like, let's sell this right now in the quarter thing. And CD Projekt's like, let's like build trust with our gamer fan. And so they're gonna buy 5 million copies of freaking Cyberpunk because they know what. Like,
well, I guess if you're releasing a game every 3 to 4 to 5 years, you probably want to make sure you've got people who are going to support you when you release your next game. I guess.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, you look at games now. There are plenty of games that are short, right? We're talking like 4 to 6 hours, and they're with no replayability value whatsoever. They're still $60. So you have something like The Witcher. It's $60. It's like a 100+ hour experience. Not to mention you have all that free DLC. You are winning the favor of your audience at that point and the trust. And at some point they're going to look and be like, okay, here's an expansion pack. I played I played a bunch of side quests they released for free. They were actually good. I can only imagine what the expansion packs will be now.
Yeah, they probably have a pretty good percentage on the amount of people that'll pick up their post-release expansion pack. I guess we'll have to find out. Ty and Andy, thank you so much for coming on and talking about Geralt with me.